everybody, good afternoon. Welcome back to my playthrough of Metroid Prime Remastered, the remastered version of Metroid Prime, one of the very finest video games ever made. I am going to be playing until I at least get to Phendrana Drifts, or until my battery, not my battery, but my storage runs out, because I actually plugged in my camera today. So today we are going to aim to make it to the next area. But before we do that, we need to acquire the Blast Beam, which is the beam that we will use the Power Beam. Missile upgrade! Increase carrying capacity by 5. Cool. This game is so good, man. So good. Ah, here we are! Taking me right where I need to go. So we've got a little puzzle here. We're just gonna scan the different runic symbols, and we have to scan 4 of them to unlock the grate that is blocking access to the power-up. God, this world is so mesmerizing. Just like, when I look like at all the games coming out nowadays that have like, they're like cardboard with like frosting put on them. It's like they have a very aesthetically pleasing outward appearance, but like their actual like gameplay and just how they're released leaves so much to be desired. Whereas games like Metroid Prime were released essentially perfect, flawlessly, way back in the day, and have aged beautifully, and yet now they've added just this new HD to really just add a new, fresh life to it. I'm dying. I mean, do you remember when they regularly released video games this good? Pepperidge Farm, remembers? One more, and then we'll be on our way. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Oh, last one's right there. Let's go scan a little hammer-looking rune. And get us that little charge beam, so we'll be like OG Samus. The gate has been unlocked. So it has. Ion. Immobile organisms entirely composed of ocular tissue, capable of launching sustained energy beams when active. The ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. A new chosen entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Chosen script translated. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent. The fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land. A A strange energy that clawed its natural life with the ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. Ooh, ominous. Charge beam. Nice. Just getting that little snapshot so that I can try to insert my Switch micro SD card into my computer later this week. So for my review of this fine game. Alright, let's go make it to the boss. Oh, guess we could have used the charge beam there. Oh well. So the charge beam doesn't kill those, like, those weeds. But later on in the game we do get something that does. So we're going to go to the save room now. Look at these little mushrooms. Goodbye, mushroom. Yes, I do want to save, because we're about to fight us a boss. And I want to be at full health. So I actually have 2 playthroughs of this game running concurrently. This one, which I'm doing for recording purposes, and then another one, which I'm doing for fun. In my other playthrough, I'm actually a slight bit further in than I am with this. I haven't quite made it to Findrana yet, but I have beaten the first big boss and made it to the Findrana Drifts. So this is a nice missile ammunition, extra missile ammunition. Decided to turn down the volume of my TV just so you can hear my lovely, beautiful voice. My beautiful radio voice that I have mastered over many, many years. I believe this is the episode where I finally hit my stride. Get rid of these Easter bats. Get some Easter candy. And go through here. The other door. I'm just gonna morph ball through because that's more fun. Samus's morph ball. Of course, you all know the real best Metroid game is the spin-off on the DS, Metroid Prime Pinball. So this is a large energy, gives me 20 extra units of health. Nice. Once I get the double jump, boots, I will be even better at platforming. Ooh. Can't go up there yet because we need the spider magnet. But we shall get it. We shall indeed. Oh, I guess I have already been here. Oh well. Back up we go. Back through the hole, through the hole, through the other hole. Through these labyrinthine corridors. Gotta explore. Alright, now we can destroy these mothers. Use our charge beam. Go back through here. through the spinny hole. Look at these guys. Gosh, the dual aiming is so much nicer, especially for like those enemies that you can't actually lock onto. It's very nice. Ooh, there's that effect, that really cool effect, seeing the smoke on Samus's visor. So good. Now we gotta scan some other runes here. Alice is alright. I got disoriented there for a sec. I was trying to scan these poison things. Alright, now we can scan that rune there. Runic symbol has been activated. 4 runic symbols in this room must be activated. Nice. Go back this way. Double back. Go into Morph Ball. Stay out of Morph Ball. We want to get the runes. God, why do I keep... That's my fault. One of them... Oh. Let's get out of here. Oh, there's another one on the tree trunk. Ooh, ooh, this is a nice looking... This looks... Like, this just reinforces what I said, like, just how lived in this world feels. Like, it's the perfect mix of just feeling sort of like a jungle, almost like a Mayan, or Mayan or like Aztec, even, sort of culture, but like mixed with like technology. Those are space chickens, man. Those space chickens know how to get around. They know what to do, man. Now we are moving on up in the world. Oh, and there's another one. Uno más. Oh, there's the last one. Whoa, dude, we got this fast. Nice little cutscene. Make sure I didn't knock. And no, we open the door to the boss room. Making sure everything is still on point. Nothing got nudged. Gonna move this water bottle. Alright. Gucci. Back to Prime mode. But I'm dang it. I mean, you gotta watch your platforming in Metroid. That's something that all the Metroid games, like even the old ones, like Super Metroid, again, it's a great game, but it is easy to slip platforming in that game. Some of the controls, well, a hell of a lot better than like the NES Metroid game, for sure. Definitely feel a little stiff by today's standards. Metroid Dread is almost unquestionably the best feeling of all the 2D side-scrolling Metroid games, for sure. Oh! Okay, that was dumb. That should not have happened. Neither should that. I don't know, maybe I'm just self-conscious because I'm recording myself playing. I don't do this that often, and, normally for me, gaming is a silent affair. Like, I'm always more self-conscious whenever people watch me play games, or even though nobody's technically watching me while I'm recording this, but because I'm not actually doing this as a stream. Once I get my Elgato stuff working again, I might dabble in streaming again, like I did back in 2018 and part of 2019, but that's up in the air. Like, but this is like almost like ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. This is awesome. Of course, I'm just sort of a sucker for ancient cultures all over the world. Like, I love like ancient Egyptian mythology. I love like Greco-Roman mythology. I love like even ancient Mesoamerican, like Aztec and Mayan mythology. More recently, I've really been starting to get into like ancient Nordic mythology, like Viking mythology and stuff like that. Because of course I am Norwegian, so that definitely speaks to me, especially after The Northman, which is a wicked awesome movie directed by Robert Eggers. That, along with Top Gun Maverick, are the two best movies I've seen in a very, very long time. I'll just say that. Of course, they had very disparate performances at the box office. Top Gun Maverick is the first movie in years that I went to see in a theater, not once, not twice, but 3 times. My record for the amount of... To this day, though, the record for the amount of times I've seen a movie in the theaters is still The Dark Knight. I saw The Dark Knight 5 times in the theaters. Once in IMAX, by the way. That was an amazing cinematic experience. Of course, I'm sort of a Christopher Nolan simp. Like, I'm a massive Nolan fanboy, so pretty much any movie he makes, I'll go see in the theaters. He can do no wrong. Alright! This is a giant sort of Little Shop of Horrors plant. Foster got to fight. So this is what's been bringing all the poison to the old Chozo ruins. So this is what we're going to have to take out. Ooh, look at this ugly mug. Let's give it a blast. It won't remember. New creatures. So that's one of its sort of appendages. It's a bit like Audrey 2, but mixed with... It's almost like a Venus flytrap, but with like the head of a giant praying mantis. So this is a giant plant mutant that is the source of all the toxin currently polluting the Chozo Ruins water supply. Yeah, you like that? Eat my blast, man! Why the heck did I go that way? So, this one's fairly straightforward. Basically, we gotta... It needs sunlight in order to, basically... be active. Without sunlight, it basically goes catatonic and just faints, which we use as an opportunity to sneak into the tunnel and plant a little bomb. Yeah, you like that? No, not into the pit! It burns! Zelda CDI reference there. Which is a bad game, though. We're playing a good game. A game that's actually good. So now, we're going to do 2. I'm just getting a Morph Ball because I think Samus moves just a wee bit faster. That is one thing I definitely hope to see in Metroid Prime 4 is a faster Samus, more akin to the 2D games. Definitely want Samus to be... Actually give Samus like the running... the running ability that she has in the 2D games. They can definitely do that. So now we gotta move fast. We gotta constantly shoot it so that, because otherwise it'll move the sun, like the sun solar panels back on so that it's aiming at him again. So we gotta be real careful, like. So we're 3 out of 4 now. We just got to get it one more time to take it out. See, I think it moved the panel back over to it, so... Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that, brother? Like that, bro? Broseph? Brohams? Brono? Broho? Back in college, funny story, the dormitory I lived in, our floor, we nicknamed it Broho. It was the Brotherhood floor, because we were the Brotherhood. Good old college memories. Alright, and that is the final blow to this fight. Yeah, take that! Feel my fire! Feel my power bombs! Or these are regular bombs. But now we have cleansed the chosen ruins of this disgusting giant plant monster, praying mantis, Venus flytrap, curse of nature. And we're gonna bring back clear, crisp water. So yeah, my other playthrough, I'm mostly playing just to get footage for my review that I'm gonna do. My review will be fairly short and sweet, but I haven't done an actual game. Well, I did a game review back in, I think, December for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Alright, now we're talking. We are getting our various suit starting to look more and more like the Samus from Super Metroid, aka the Samus from the start of this game. That was actually a really fun boss fight. Fairly straightforward in terms of how you beat it, but I still like it. It's a neat design, and just the environment you fight it in is pretty darn cool. The next big boss fight we fight in Phendrana Drifts is one of the best. If you play Metroid Prime, you know what I mean. And if you've seen the movie Galaxy Quest, you really know what I mean. Alright, now we can go in the water. Alright, moving right along. Moving right along. Like Kermit the Frog. Waka waka! Oh, forgot to scan. Oh well, it'll be another time. Just gonna scan this electrical ball of goodness that I can't actually kill yet because I don't have the right beam. Or can I... Whee! Blah! I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to proceed to the Magmore Caverns. Access to Magmore Caverns North granted. Alright. Gosh. This looks so beautiful. That suit, just the detail, it looks so good. My gosh. Magmore Caverns. Alright. So as the name would suggest, this is a caverns, and it's populated by something called a Magmore, which is a giant fiery serpent that shoots fire. And if I did not have the various suit, I would not be able to progress any further in this here caverns. But now that I do, ooh, that looks good. Another save room. Always going to save the OG way. I haven't died yet in either of my playthroughs for the remastered so far, so I don't know if there's like any sort of auto checkpoint if you die like before a boss fight, but I almost hope there isn't, just because I feel like for modern games it's all well and good to have that kind of thing, but I almost feel like that's part of what gives this game its sort of unique identity and feeling of progression. Sure I don't. Some more burrowing insectoids. A burrower. My dog used to like to burrow. Little Jack Russell Terrier. Two, actually. They both like to do that. Here we are in the Magmore Caverns, and if you can hear the music, this is a remix of the music of the Lower North Air from a Super Metroid, which is the penultimate stage of that game. That's the stage where you fight Ridley for the final time and permanently destroy Ridley. So this is the aforementioned Magmore, a fire-breathing serpent. It's basically kind of like a miniature dragon of sorts. This is what the Magmore Caverns are named after, and I like to think that the reason the Magmore Caverns' floors are covered in lava is because the Magmores either moved in or evolved from another creature and moved in here and breathed so much fire into the cavern that created the fiery floors. That's a theory I came up with. Maybe it's totally wrong. It might actually be a Chozo script that, or some data that tells how it happened, but I don't remember. So, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. Yeah, Eat my missile. You like that, you fire-breathing son of a gun? I bet you do. Like, even the details of the crack, it's just like, it looks delicious. It's like, it looks so shiny and like candy, but like fancy candy. These poisonous puffer things look kind of like the miniature versions of the balloons that Joker uses in the first Batman movie with all the Prince music, stuff that's full of laughing gas. So these are things that you can only defeat in Morph Ball mode. Their only weakness is their underbellies, like their inside. So in order to rid yourself of them, you have to plant a bomb. So like they can't eat Samus, but they'll try to eat you. If you're in Morph Ball mode, they'll try to suck you into their maws, and they will deal damage, but to beat them, you have to get close enough to them and trick them so that you'll plant a bomb right next to their mouth, and they will inhale it, and that will explode them. Like, back when Retro made this game, they just had so many clever design details and just enemies, and just, they really made sure to utilize every facet. Like, this game handles Samus's Morph Ball better than probably any other Metroid game up to this point. Like, it really makes absolutely outstanding use of the Morph Ball. Like, they really went all out with this game. They essentially made the perfect Metroid game. And they did it for the first time. Like, this is just like, I like to say, like, there are video games and then there are video games. Or, there are video games and there's video games. This is the latter. This is what we call a video game. This is like a prime, pun intended, example of, for somebody that has never, if you were like to have a time capsule and aliens came like 2,000 years later, just wanted to show them just what is an example for somebody that's never played or never heard of a video game, has no idea what a video game is, what would be like just a perfect example. And this would be one of the very finest contenders I can possibly think of. We go through this here tunnel. So our goal is to get to Phendrana Drifts in this play session. I need another bomb. And another bomb. You what? It's yours, my friend. I think here we're going to get us a life up. Nope, not a life upgrade. Well, this is where we came from. Check the map. Oh, no. Ah, very good. Jolly good. Just a missile upgrade. It's cool. I was hoping for another energy tank, but, you know, I'll take it. I'll take the missile upgrade. I gotcha. I'm down with the missiles. Gosh, I'm so glad this game is on Switch. Like, for years I was thinking, like, why is the Metroid Prime on Switch yet? It feels so simple, but, like, just given how good this remaster is, like, I can see why it took so long. But, like, they really did us a solid by announcing it and then releasing it right after the Nintendo Direct. Like, that was just a real solid. A real solid. This is going to be a fantastic year for Nintendo. I am very happy to be a Nintendo fan right now. I'm actually pretty dang excited for the Super Mario Brothers movie. I'm sorry, but just the marketing campaign is one of the most clever and original I've seen in a long time. By the way, call the phone number and visit their webpage. Just call the whatever Mario number. Do it. It is amazing. Auto turret. Just gonna plummet it with missiles. Eat it! And of course, come May, that is what I'm really the most excited for this year, is Tears of the Frickin' Kingdom, which looks fabulous, I must say. I'm almost more excited about all the mechanics that, you know, I can't even imagine in, like, anything else. Like, I know it's going to be a great game. I know, like, it's a little bit, people have, like, feelings about, like, how much it costs, which, well, I kind of get that. I'm also like, it's clear that this is going to be a very big game, and I know you're going to, like, Breath of the Wild cost, $59.99, and in my opinion, I got more than my money's worth with that game, considering just how much gameplay there is in that game, and how many hours I put into it over the last more than a decade now. So I know for a fact that Tears of the Kingdom is almost without question gonna get me more than my money's worth. And of course the other thing is, like, dude, we're in a recession, and given the high inflation right now, it's like, what do you expect? Of course some games are gonna start costing more given the economy as it is right now. I hate to tell you that, but that's just how it, yeah. But that's all I'll say on that. Up to Phendrana Drifts we go. Oh, you got to see my reflection there, probably. Alright. Moving on up in the world. So this place is a very sort of Arctic tundra theme. I am an absolute sucker for snow areas in video games, and this might be one of, if not my favorites ever. I mean, I love the snow areas in the Donkey Kong Country games. I especially love, like, the snow-covered DK Island in Tropical Freeze. That one's great. But for a 3D game, this one just knocks it out of the park. It's just so serene and beautiful, yet also dangerous. Phendrana Drifts. So if you just go straight ahead, we'll make ourselves to another save room. So this is a ice-covered, or crystallite is its name. It's basically another bug, but it's covered in ice crystals. The only way we can currently destroy it is by shooting it with just a good old missile, which we shall do. So this is also the first location in the game where we actually, once we get to the research lab, we actually meet the space pirates for the first time. But not like the crippled, space pirates that we saw in the Frigate Orphea. No, this is where we meet, the real, trained warriors, trained fighter space pirates. And it's also where we first see, for the first time in a 3D Metroid game, we see a Metroid. I remember the first time I played this game and I saw that, that was a turning point in this game for me. Cannot go there yet. These are another kind of bat. Flicker bat. They're able to move really fast. You can only track them with I believe the X-ray visor. The Chozo must have put that here. There's also another Chozo temple here. A very beautiful looking temple at that. And that is more or less where you want to go. Oh, I caught it! So you can you can't defeat them without the extra visor, but you need that visor to track their movement, essentially. So now the first thing we're going to have to do is go over here. The grating has become brittle, so because of its brittleness, we can just shoot another missile. Solve all our problems! They're just like the eagles from Lord of the Rings. Let's use eagles? Nope, let's use missiles. Missiles solve everything. Door directly above has been unlocked. Nice! That water. So now we can go up there. The music in this game, in this level especially, is just so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Another one of these things, which we still can't defeat, but we can avoid it by getting into Morph Ball mode and making our way under it. Now this is one of the most clever, because it's almost like it almost reminds me of a miniature sort of alien rhinoceros, only what's interesting is it only has 2 feet and then a very large torso. Just the art direction in this game is so just creative. They really make this game, the world feel, well, alien, literally out of this world. They really give the feeling that you are on an alien planet, and that nothing here is anything you would see on planet Earth. This is a different planet. This is a different world in the most literal sense. This is still my favorite planet in all of Metroid. I think this is a better planet than Zebes. It's more fleshed out. It's got more variety. You really get to know its history more. Like, don't get me wrong, Zebes is great, and it absolutely works for like what they were doing with like the first Metroid and Super Metroid for like providing that crux for the gameplay and all that stuff. But like, Talent 4 is just so fleshed out and just varied. Although the one area in Zebes that is still very cool is Meridia. Meridia is pretty awesome. These are the ice burrowers, sort of like what we saw in Magmore Caverns, only these ones are icy variants. So, jump out. Oh, one sec. Uno segunda. Oh! Some more of these guys. That's one. And that's another. Gosh, this is so just beautiful. It looks so good. And it plays great. Like, it looks great and it plays beautifully. There's a lot of games that look great but don't play so good, but this is one of those games that does both. And it sounds great too. Everything about this game is perfect. It's a flawless game. It's a prime example of what a video game should be. A new Chozo entry has been added to your logbook. Chozo script translated. As the great poison reaches ever further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder though, even when we are done, will it be too late, and will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swirls within the ground, threatening our life? That is an excellent question, my boy. Good old Sean Connery, may he rest in peace. In peace. Oh, missed a jump there. I can jump on that. Oh, or not. Somewhere else I gotta go. That's going back the way it came, and if I go back, the enemies will respawn, and no. They're not that hard. I can fight them a game, but I kind of want to just make the next area, you know? Here we go. So now we're gonna get us the bowling ball. No, the half pipe. We're gonna turn Samus into futuristic Tony Hawk. Samus is already a futuristic James Bond. Now we're gonna turn her into Tony Hawk. I mean, she's got all the gadgets of James Bond. Got the cool... her ship is basically the Aston Martin. Speaking of which, here's another Chozo script. So many creatures suffer beneath the blight upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. But for all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a Savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that Savior, we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. So all these power-ups are, in fact, built by the Chozo. So the original power-ups that we had destroyed on the friggin' Orpheon are different power-ups to the replacement ones that we're getting, which were specifically built by the Chozo as replacements for the Hunter, or the Savior, as it were. So what we are going to do here is scan this bird statue to realign the platforms, which gives us a way to jump. Not too bad. All we have to do is jump. Very quickly jump to the next one, otherwise we will fall down. And boost. We get us the boost ball. Now we're about to see the move that inspired the spin-off Metroid Prime Pinball on the DS. LB to charge the ball. Cool, dope. Look Gucci. Now we got us a half pipe. This part is so much fun. This is just like one of those like only Nintendo or a Nintendo second party developer such as Retro Studios could have come up with something this fun and just clever. So we can press either the B or the L button. I'm just gonna do the B just because it feels right. And off we go. So next we're gonna see if we can get the high jump boots, and then we'll make our way back here. Rid of this guy. Oh, I don't like that, so I'm going to get my revenge. I don't like getting frozen. Well, actually, I didn't get frozen, but I did take damage. Oh! What have we here? Ooh, what is that shadow upon the ground? The dragon! Oh, hi, Ridley! How's it going? Look forward to killing you later in the game. Nice to see you, though. Let's go to the save room real quick, like. Save our progress. Right on. Right on, Habon. Ooh. I love just how you can see Samus's face reflected in the visor when the lighting hits just right. What a face it is. Samus does have a beautiful face. I might say the greatest in Korodai. We're the Mario Brothers. In plumbing's our game. Down the secret water, we've been working on the drain. Give the princess a hand in the mushroom land. Psh. The Koopa and his troopers up to misbehaving. Something, mushroom land needs 7. Something, and you'll be hooked on the brothers. Ba 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 ba. Now we're gonna find a shortcut to back to the Talon overworld, where we can get our high jump boots. Yes, yes. Yep, here it is. I think this is sort of like a good sort of... The Magmore Caverns serves its function very well of just being a sort of a place to get from different locations. Because Magmore Caverns itself is actually a very interesting and fun location. Yet it also has sort of the invisible purpose of almost being like an underground semi-hub? But not really a hub, per se. Here's another one of those Magmores that's plant. Yeah, you like that? You like that, bruh? You like that? Eat another one. Get up in the little hole. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Phew. Whew. Never miss another missile tank. Let's go ahead and get it. Oh. Come on, eat the bomb. Trying not to die. Running a little low on health now, so gotta watch out. Just be extra careful. Take it slow and steady. It is, in fact, a long drop. We got this though. Just keep it slow and steady. Keep it slow and steady. And voila! You got it. Now back over. Wait for those guys to let up a little bit. Get out of my way, giant snake. I hate snakes. I hate snakes! Like Indiana Jones. I hate snakes, Chuck! I hate them! I'm gonna see if there's a save room here. Nope. That is something we cannot progress to yet. Still got a little bit of extra time. Look at my reflection again. Just like Samus. If the camera hits just right, you can see me. You can also see I'm wearing my leather jacket. Zoomer. Wait, so that's what Generation Z is going to grow up to look like. That's why they're called Zoomers. No offense to any Gen Zs watching this, and I'm just having fun. I mean, I'm a millennial. Alright, so this we got a lot of burrows just sort of living beneath the surface. And I'm going to give them a blast, because I am having a blast. Yeah, how's that feel? You like that? You're trying to eat me, so what do you expect? I'm just acting in self-defense here. I don't specifically mean you any harm. I'm a well-wisher in that I don't mean you any specific harm, as Mo Sislak would say about Homer Simpson in that one episode. The one where Johnny Cash appeared, actually. It's one of the funniest guest appearances in the old Simpsons, which is to say the only Simpsons. So we're back in the Talon overworld. This is a giant Venus flytrap shooting out poison gas. Again, it's green, just like Joker's laughing gas from Batman. Only we're covered up, so we'd be immune to it. Although, actually no, we can still take damage. Although this is like alien gas, so... So now we are going to go... It's a sap sack. Oh, here we are. Go... half pipe again. After we get... Oh, forgot about these. They're the Beatles. Not the Beatles, like the band, but... Ooh, that blue color, that sort of neon blue. That is nice. Almost reminds me of the color my Wii used to make. Whenever I got a message, it would like glow blue. Alright, so now gonna get the next power up, which shall allow us to proceed. First I'm gonna scan. A new research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Hunter class gunship. Registered to Samus Air. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. Nice. Ooh, almost missed that. Alright. Space jump boots. I love the cinematics that play every time you get a power up. It's just so cool. It just adds a sense of a layer of coolness to everything. some new goodies unlocked. Alright, now we can double jump. We're making progress. So, basically almost got everything that we started with. I think... we had... except for the grapple beam. Right, now I think I... so... depending on how much data I have, that might be where I cut the video. However, before, I'm going to at least try and make it back to Fendrana Drifts. I'm going to try using that shortcut to do it though. Back through the Magmore Caverns. Ooh, now we're talking. Now we're feeling good. We are fly. Like even the movement feels a little faster now after getting the jump boots. It's hard to put my finger on it, but it just feels good. Ooh, yes. That waterfall. It's like we're in like a rainforest almost. Like in the Amazon or something. Like, this world is just so organic and just... and it's all topped off by music and sound effects that just give it such an, like, incomparable ambiance. But, like, the music is very ambient, but it's still catchy and memorable. Like, the thing that's playing right now is a sort of a remix slash rearrangement of the original Metroid theme from the first game. Ba 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 ba. Really good stuff. So this will probably be my longest gameplay video. My goal is to make it to the next mini boss, because that mini boss is a lot of fun and I want you to see me beat it. And then after that, I will call it a day. Adieu. Let's get rid of this guy. Wait a sec. I don't need to go there. Well, whatever. That wasn't that bad. I didn't take too much damage, I mean. Later we can come back here once we have the power bomb and get the ice. Like the add-on to the ice beam. But that is quite a ways out for the time being. We don't get the ice beam for a little while, and in fact the next beam we get is like the blue sort of electrical beam. The one that like tracks. What's it called again? Oh well. One other goodie which I can get now because I do need it to beat the game anyway. Oh, you jerk! Yeah, you like that? Stupid turret, stupid drone. How's it feel, bro? Oh, yes! Ooh, here's something cool. This is another one of my favorite kinds of puzzles in this game. So this spinner thing, you basically put yourself in morph ball mode, and then you press the B button like you would, you know, if you're doing your half pipe, you know, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater thing, and then you create this bridge. And this bridge allows you to jump across. Yeah, isn't that cool? There's just so many creative ideas in these games. These Metroid Prime games. It's just so... like, just the sheer just level of detail and creativity just leaves most modern games in the dust. Gosh, this game is 20 years old. It feels like it could have been made this year or late last year. So this is a Chozo artifact. Chozo artifact acquired. This is the artifact of strength, the second of the 12. So these are the artifacts which serve as sort of the master key to what is the final area in the game you have to go to, which is where the final boss is located. So throughout the course of the game, you can, some of them you'll get to naturally, others you'll have to search for, but they're relatively easy to find. All three of the Metroid Prime games sort of have that thing where you have to get like a certain number of keys. Metroid Prime 2 had it for every single major boss. You had to collect 3 or 4 keys. It's one area might have gotten too far. And then Metroid Prime 3 had you collect all these like cylinders so that you could, you know, access the coordinates to the final planet phase. This one handled it well. Like, this game handled just the whole idea of backtracking, and just the flow of this game is just so good. It's like, it's basically perfect. Pitch perfect. Not like that horrible movie, which I've never seen and never will, but like, actual, like, it's just so good. Just a quickie save. Do you want to save? Save game? So now that we have the double jump, we can make it to the Chozo Temple. Gonna leap. 1. Whee! Oh, I regret nothing! Alright, so this is the Frost Temple. Very beautiful music and very beautifully designed area. I love how it's... every area has a different feel, but yet all still feels like it's part of the same world. Because it is. It's just such a seamless game. Scan that. That's like an ice lizard. Ice parasite scavenger. So, right. I think... oh, no. Just a blast. A blast from the past. This game really is a blast in both a literal and a like a metaphorical sense or whatever. It's just it's just an extremely fun game. More than that, it's a Metroid game. If anything, it's more of a Metroid game than any other Metroid game has ever been. Like, Retro Studios really gets Metroid. They really get, like, what makes Metroid Metroid. It's a statue depicting the bust of a Chozo philosopher. The statue is flawless. This is a statue depicting the bust of a Chozo artifact. This statue is flawless. This is a statue depicting the bust of a Chozo warrior. This statue is flawless. Statue's hands seem to be frozen in place. Appears to be a shell of ice. Statue depicting the bust of symbol is carved into the floor. Oh, the Chozo shaman. The translation reads, "To pass my gaze, seek my twin within this room." Yes, that is a Chozo shaman. God, just so like ancient and beautiful. So this one, yeah, this one, as the inscription read, it's a little rusty, so we're able to plant the bomb and open up the room to the next chamber. Those pillars out of the way. Gosh, just like the use of the morph ball, they really found the perfect, like, just middle ground between, like, obviously 3/4 of the game is in first person, more like 2/3 is in first person, but then just incorporating the morph ball. Got a fancy new, the wave beam, that's what it's called. First appearing in Super Metroid. Alright, here comes our next little mini boss fight. First, we're gonna fight off these guys, the Shigoths. These ain't too bad. Actually, no, there's a few more that show up. And then we have to fight their fully grown older brother. Made pretty good work of that guy. Alright, then we have, this is the fully grown Shigoth. Ooh, that guy's McNasty. Supreme Predator of the Phendrana Drifts. Invulnerable to most beam weapons, the crystals on their back absorb energy which they can fire at prey. Poor stamina and hyperventilate after using their breath attack, making their mouth area vulnerable. The soft underbelly, however, is susceptible to concussive blasts. In battle, they expel blasts of frigid gas to ensnare their targets. They are also fond of ramming and trampling their hapless prey. Alright, so this is almost like one of those bullfights. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it to shoot, which then will stun it for a bit and allow me to plant a few missiles. There's multiple ways to go about beating this boss. You can also get into morph ball mode and plant bombs underneath it on its belly, but I'm gonna do it this way. You can actually get rid of this boss fairly quickly if you know what you're doing. You take a lot more, You're more susceptible to taking a lot more damage, though, if you try planting a bomb under its belly, because it's pretty hard to not get hit by this guy if you do it that way. Almost out of missiles. Oh well. I can always finish it off the other way. If worse comes to worse. Ooh! You like that? We gotcha! We gotcha! And just in time. Alright, now we've got a fancy new beam to play around with. Wave beam acquired! Use X plus right D-pad to switch to the wave beams. This weapon can open wave doors! Whee! Additional data downloaded to inventory screen. Press minus to activate the inventory screen. New extras have been unlocked. Nice. Press... Oh! Wave energy. Ultra energy. So that is the... This is like 10 units of ammo. Nice. Okay, cool. Now we got us the wave beam. What's nice now is that those like weird little sort of energy, blue energy monsters that make the woo 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 sound. Yeah, we can get rid of those now with the wave beam. Excellent. Ah! Ha! Like, you just feel so powerful with every new weapon you get. Like, this game really makes you feel... It really makes you feel powerful. Like you start out the game with virtually nothing, then, like, by the time you're like 3/4 of the way through the game, you're just like, ha ha! Fear me! Tremble before my might! Whoa ha ha ha! I'm just gonna save real fast and then call it a day. But this was tons of fun. I greatly enjoyed this play session. And I look forward to getting my review started for this wonderful game. Which, spoiler alert, I mean, this is a 10 out of 10. Like, this is one of those games. Like, one of those, like, perfect games. Just like those perfect examples of everything a video game should be. Do you want to save? Yes, I do. Game saved. Alright, well, hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure playing with you all this fine day, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you next time.